Hello class, 10th standard. So let's start today with our civics chapter 7, outcomes of democracy, right? So till now we have learned, we know what is democracy, how the word democracy has come into existence, what parts people are having in that, right? We have learned about political parties, different political parties, and also we have learned that why a country is known as democracy, depending upon the system, which is coming as public is having the right to vote. Representatives are on behalf of the public, and they have to be in the limits of constitution, and then only they have to rule the country. And in our constitution, we are having proper rights and regulations which are focusing on the rights of citizens, useful to them for their upgrading, right? So now in this chapter, we are going to learn about what are the outcomes of democracy. We are going to learn about how reduction of inequality and poverty is done, economic growth and development, dignity and freedom of citizens, why the process of democracy is considered as better one. We are going to learn about political outcomes, economic outcomes. We will learn how do we assess democracy outcomes, assessment of outcomes of democracy, how a government or democracy is considered as accountable, responsive, legitimate to the public. All these things we are going to learn about in this chapter, right? So let's begin our chapter. Why is democracy a better form of government, right? So, from 8th standard, in 9th standard and all, we have learned about non-democratic also. We have learned about dictatorship. We have learned about monarchy. We have learned about military rule. What are the rules and regulations there? How are the citizens treated over there? Right. So, why is it said that democracy is a better form of government? Right. So democracy promotes equality among people, enhances the dignity of the individual, improves the quality of decision making, provides a method to resolve conflicts, allows room to correct mistakes. So these are some of the points, the first 5 points which we are going to focus is democracy promotes the equality amongst the people. Here in our democratic country, we say that we don't have any kind of partiality or any kind of what we say status more given to rich people, middle class people, and poor people and all. Here, everyone is considered as equal. Whether he is a rich person or poor person, he is having the right to vote. He is having the right to live. He is having the right to religion. He is having the right to speak. He is having the right to get educated also. So democracy promotes equality amongst people. Here we don't go for some kind of civil war and all, as we know the cases of Sri Lanka and Belgium and all during power sharing lesson. Right. So that is more important. It enhances the dignity of an individual. It helps us in our standard of living, in our development. It also improves the quality of decision making because people are having the power, is having the right, media is there, magazines are there, newspapers are there, which is going to highlight the activities done by the ruling party or opposition party and all. So they have to be, the quality of decision making improves there in the hands of government. It provides a method to resolve the conflicts, as we know that we are having our main three pillars like legislative, executive, judiciary. So any conflicts between the people, any conflicts between the central state government, any conflicts between the states, the governments and all, everything is taken into consideration in democracy. We have different methods to resolve our conflicts. Allows room to correct mistakes. If some law has been implemented or some rule has come into progress, which is not a proper one, which is creating some kind of disturbance in our economy, there is chance to correct our mistake. We can take back the law, we can take back the rule and try to implement something better. So in democracy allows room to correct mistake is applicable. It is legitimate government. It is a legitimate government. It is slow, less efficient, and not very responsive or clean. It is people's own government. It has its own ability to generate its own support. These are also some of the points which is showing that why democracy is better form of government. Next, what are the outcomes of democracy? So earlier we have seen why democracy can be considered as a better form of government. Next one is what are the outcomes of democracy? So democracy means what? It's a system. It's just a form of government. It can only create conditions for achieving something. Citizens have to take advantage and achieve goals. That means conditions will be applicable here. Conditions will be put forward by the democracy like employment, good education, good health, good amount or good, what we say, no adulterated food, good quality food. All these kind of conditions can be created by the democracy. But we as a citizens have to take advantage of it and achieve our goal of doing job, getting employed, getting good salary, showing our capacity, our capability towards the organization, improving our standard of living, increasing in a proper upgraded manner. So that is in the hands of citizens. Right? What are the things that a democracy must provide? Now, as a democracy, as a government, there are some things which the government has or which the democracy has to provide. First one, people have the right to choose rulers and people have control over rulers. As I told you earlier, that is our system. That is the system of democracy. That people are having the right to choose their rulers and they also have the control over the rulers. If the rulers are doing anything which is not according to the constitution rules, people can of course raise their voice. People's participation in decision making. Government should be accountable to citizens, responsive to the needs and expectations of the citizens. Democracy is based on the idea of deliberation and negotiation. Cost of time that democracy pays is worth it. That means government is always answerable, always responsible to the citizens, to the expectations of the citizens. Government can say that okay, now we are ruling, so we will do according to our wish. Citizens don't have any role in that. Citizens only have role in during the elections. That cannot be said by a government. They are 100% accountable and responsible to the expectations of the citizens. Democracy is actually based on negotiations and deliberations. So whatever the cost of time that democracy is paying is worth it. Because as a country, as a secular country, having people from different languages, different cultures, different traditions, different backgrounds, the government has to be so careful to see to it that no kind of decision or no kind of law or no kind of any implementation to be put in force to the citizen, making them feel that they are degraded or their religion is degraded or their culture is degraded or their tradition is degraded. That should not be the feeling of a citizen. Otherwise, there arises a problem known as minority and majority. Civil war can take place easily as it happened in Sri Lanka. Right? So the government has to be, the democracy has to be very careful for that. Next, what are the things that democracy provides? That is the sixth point. Government has to follow procedures and its discussions must be both more acceptable and effective. Democracy develops mechanisms for citizens to hold the government accountable and take part in decision making. Democracy ensures that decision making will be based on norms and procedures. Democracy provides transparency. Transparency should be there in our democracy because if a rule or a regulation or anything which has been implemented, people should actually know that why this rule or why this law is going to be implemented in our country. What are the uses of it? How it is advantageable to the people? Because as we are in the phase of development, many questions come to our mind. So democracy should be always in the position of transparency to the people, making them understand, making them know that this is a thing which is going to help them out. Whatever the government has to follow, the procedures and its discussions, that must be more acceptable and effective by the people. It should not take into consideration some group of people or minority people or majority people. It should be acceptable and effective by each and every citizen of a country. Because as the government is accountable in taking any decision, they have to be very sure that they are not answerable to the question to the people in a negative way. If they are questioned, they have to be positive in that. See, we have implemented this law because it's going to be a wonderful thing for you people. So this kind of mindset or this kind of motivation should be given to the people so that they feel that yes, of course, this is good for our country. We should follow it. And as we know that our country is well known for the democracy rules and regulations followed so strictly by the people, so the government should also take into consideration that this is done. Measurement of democracy as per their outcome, regular, free and fair elections, open public debate on major policies and legislations, citizens' right to information about the government and its function. Right to information, I remember we have learned this in chapter, democracy type chapter in 8th standard, I remember. We have learned about Aruna Roy, yeah, the person who has acted behind this Right to Information Act. This has been forwarded so that the government rules, the government policies and everything, when a person is going to a government office asking for some help, earlier it was the condition that the people have to keep on waiting for their answer. It can happen that it take 1 month, it take 2 months, it take weeks. It happened. So this Right to Information Act is applicable for the people so that it is transparent to the public. And if the public comes for any query, for any need, their work has to be done within 2-3 days. It should not be that they are kept waiting for years and months and weeks. If it is a very serious issue, it's going to affect a person's life, the answer should be in 24 hours. Otherwise, within 2 to 3 days. So that is Right to Information Act. We are having a right to get the information. We are having the right that why this is like this, why we are not given this thing, why this issue is arising in us. So the government is answerable to it. Free and fair election should be there. It's not like that. Democracy is there, constitution is there, but whatever the rules and regulations are written over there is in such a way that the president or the prime minister or some head is responsible for all the things and they are having all the power. Others are not having that. It should not be like that. If it is a democracy country, if constitution is there, proper free and fair and regular election should be held. Representatives should be elected and they have to act in the limits of the rules and regulations of the constitution. Open public debates on major policies and legislations. If any action is taken, if any law is there, if the people are not willing to go through it, they feel that there is some kind of negativity or there is something which is useless for us, of course they can go for debate. Of course they can go for strike, but peaceful one. To know, to have the information about these policies, why it is so, what is the thing. People are having the power to question the government. Patent records. So these are some of the things, some of the records which is showing that The problems democracy is also facing. Fall short of elections that provide a fair chance to everyone and subjecting every decision to public debate. Sharing information with citizens, frustrate the needs of the people, corruption, all these things take place in a democracy also. Corruption takes place. People on behalf of money are ready to give any kind of information, whether it is national security or not, whatever. Sharing information with the citizens, getting frustrated by the needs of the people. All these things are some of the tainted records, which is showing that democracy, the government is also facing problem because of so many rules and regulations, because of some kind of transparency which should not be there. What can we expect from the government? From this slide, we will be learning in the next session. Thank you.